Night Baseball from the Coliseum. The A's taking 3 out of 4 from the Rays, and now they get set for Francisco Liriano and the Minnesota Twins. So a couple of good lefties tonight. Liriano and Gio Gonzalez will square off in the first of this 3-game series. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, in that series against the Rays, the A's just continue to swing the hot bats, Ray. 34 runs and 46 hits in the 4 games.
Well, it really made it a lot easier on the pitching staff to go out and pitch effectively because of the offense. It's been nice to see it at the beginning of the season, but it's great to see it right now. And it has started very quickly in the early part of the series. Cliff Pennington, one of the hottest hitters on the A's ball club, has continued to swing the bat. How about 9 runs in an inning? It was Hideki Matsui, a 3-run home run, and even Ryan Sweeney, who had not hit a home run this season, even going back to last year, hit a 3-2 changeup, a 2-run home run, got the sonic treatment in the dugout. Yesterday afternoon, Connor Jackson, a 2-run home run. Unfortunately, 5 runs in the first inning was not enough for the Athletics, but it is great to see the offense coming through, and let's just hope the last couple of months of the season it can continue.
And for the Minnesota Twins, high hopes coming into the season, but they are 49 and 56, so 7 games under, Ray, but they still feel like they're in it. Nobody really wants to win that AL Central.
A lot of parity in that Central Division. There's no doubt where the Twins are right now. The Tigers, very good. Cleveland staying very hot as well, but a division that the Minnesota Twins have won a lot, and they have a very good manager, Ron Gardenhire. They have a lot of injuries, but they always seem to play very well when they're healthy for the manager of the Twins and the Minnesota Twins themselves.
And the Twins are well aware they have 9 games left against the first place Detroit Tigers, so they are not out of it yet. So we're set to go first of 3 from the O.co Coliseum. The A's and the Twins will have lineups when we come back.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Well, the A's have taken the field wearing the green tops with Gio Gonzalez strolling to the mound as we get set for the first of this 3-game series. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland Athletics from the O.co Coliseum. Game time weather tonight is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. 65 degrees. A nice night. Lots of blue skies and a nice crowd. Fireworks after the game tonight. So it's nice to see a decent crowd filing in. A's just finishing up taking 3 out of 4 from the Rays. And now they'll host the Twins over the weekend. Here's the Twins lineup for tonight. They will lead off with young center fielder Ben Revere. Trevor Plouffe will bat second and play second. Joe Mauer's at first base tonight. Michael Cuddyer in right. Jason Kubel the DH. Delman Young in left. Luke Hughes at third. Matt Tolbert at short. Drew Butera will be the catcher.
Gio Gonzalez on the mound for the Athletics. Of course, his numbers here at the Coliseum have been outstanding. 7 of his 9 wins have come here, but 1 win came against the Twins at Target Field back in the early part of the season. His second start, pitched very well against the Twins. Of course, everybody remembers or tries to remember 2009 here at the Coliseum when he got up 11 runs in 2 2/3 innings. But what an outstanding pitcher Gio Gonzalez has become, especially following that performance. Right after that, going to New York.
Willingham, Crispin, DeJesus in the outfield for the A's. Sizemore, Pennington, Weeks, and Jackson on the infield. And Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. So Gio has finished the warm-up tosses, and Ben Revere strides to the plate. Remember, the Twins were here earlier this year. It was just a 2-game series. And they won both those games. And the A's played in Minnesota. That was right at the beginning of the year. In fact, the A's were in Minnesota for the Twins' home opener. So the A's have won 3 out of the 5 games played against the Twins this year, with 3 more to go.
Nice high strike call by Larry Vanover, the home plate umpire.
Chopped over Gonzalez. Weeks charges, flips with the glove, and they didn't get him. Revere is very fast, as you can see.
Very, very fast. And Jamal Weeks, maybe this was the only play he had, and that is to use his glove, flip the ball quickly to the first baseman, but not a lot on it as expected, just because it's out of the glove to the first baseman. And Connor Jackson trying to stretch as much as he could, trying to help out, but Revere is, when you're fast, so fast that you can do a somersault and continue to run without breaking stride.
Which he did.
Fast. That's fast.
And he's a base stealer. He's got 16 on the year. This is Trevor Plouffe playing second base. Plouffe with 5 home runs with the Twins. And he's done that in just 88 at-bats. I say that because he's had 15 home runs in the minor leagues, so he's got power. 1-2 to Plouffe, with Joe Mauer waiting in the on-deck circle. Check swing is high. We showed you the Central Division in our open. The Twins 49 and 56. And they will look up and see that the first place Tigers won their game. Tigers beat the Angels 12-2. So right now the Twins 6.5 back. Pennington to his right. Out at second. The throw to first is a bit offline as Weeks was getting some heat from Revere. So a fielder's choice.
In the Dodge Charger, keys to the game for Gio. Rebound from the Bronx. And in 4 2/3 innings, 7 his 6 earned runs in his last start at Yankee Stadium for the Twins. Need wins, and they're playing desperate baseball, but can never count out the Minnesota Twins. They're 49 and 56. However, 6 games behind the first place Tigers, and they will have to win to remain 6 behind. The A's hope to pick up a game on the Rangers, who lost tonight to the Toronto Blue Jays at Rogers Center, 3-2.
Fastball strike to Joe Mauer. The Rays and the Mariners are just started up in Seattle. Neiman for the Rays, Bedard for the Mariners.
And Joe Mauer at first base tonight, and he's been catching most of the time, but Ron Gardenhire, the manager, giving him some time off, keeping his bat in the lineup, especially with Justin Morneau injured and due to come back soon. But Gardy is letting Big Joe rest a little bit, get him through the remainder of the season, and we put him back next year behind the plate where he wants to be.
1-1 the count to Mauer. Homer and 18 RBIs, and this is game number 48 for Joe Mauer.
One thing Ron Gardenhire said, they signed Joe Mauer to a big contract, long contract, a lot of money to catch, and that's where he wants to be.
That contract runs through 2018, and this is the first year of that contract.
Jim Thomas approaching 600 home runs. He is playing tonight against the tough left-hander, and also, as Gardy said, he was a guy in a little over 40 and bounced back after a trip coming in from Texas. Night game last night, coming in to get set for this game and this series. Be in the lineup tomorrow and probably Sunday.
Mauer bounces one into right field. That's a base hit. Plouffe will stop at second base. So Mauer has a base hit. First and second, one out for the Twins here in the first.
Quick hands, Joe Mauer, and of course, when you have a couple of batting titles, you can do this. Pull the hands in. Mauer, a very good opposite field hitter. This time with the runner being held at first, able to pull the ball past the diving Connor Jackson.
So a couple of hits for the Twins here in the first inning, and that'll bring up Michael Cuddyer.
Got to put up his earned run average also. Pitched an inning, all zeros.
And with the Twins, I feel they're still in this race. 7 games under 500. There are a lot of Twins players' names popping up in trade rumors, and Cuddyer's name probably comes up the most of the Twins players. He will be a free agent after this year, but he's a good player with some good years left, I think.
Well, he's also very community minded, very good in the clubhouse, a veteran, leader.
15 homers, 51 RBIs for Cuddyer, and a .301 average. Good swing there. Plus, he can play right field, left field, third, second, first. He can play anywhere.
He's played all the positions now that he pitched. There are 2 remaining that he's never played: shortstop and catch. And Gardy said that in order for him to catch, he would have to throw it too. Pitch and catch at the same time. Shortstop, pretty good chance. Alexis Garcia is on the disabled list. They may see him at shortstop, but behind the plate, not very likely.
Oh, good pitch, just missed inside to even the count at 2-2. Jason Kubel is in the on-deck circle.
Cuddyer swung, flailed at a curveball. Get it again. That's good. That's when he swung the way he did the first curveball and tried to stick a fastball by him inside that missed, but came right back with a good curveball to the back foot. And you see a lot of guys, certain hitters will swing over this pitch, and fortunately for the A's, Cuddyer did.
So 2 outs for Kubel. So lefty on lefty. Twins are 23-31 on the road this year. And as Ray said, they were just in Texas where they split a 4-game series, and this is a 10-game trip for them. So 4 in Texas, 3 here, and then 3 in Anaheim on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They'll have an off day on Monday. So a 10-game, 11-day trip.
And after being in Texas and very hot, this has to feel very, very good to the Twins from Twin City. Players enjoy this weather.
Fastball, swing and a miss.
Kubo got Gio Gonzalez actually where he wanted him. He took 2 curveballs out of the strike zone. Then got a fastball but couldn't catch up to it.
That one drilled left center field. On the run is Willingham. He can't get it. 1 run scores. They're waving Big Joe Mauer around as he looks back to see where the throw is, and it's off of Suzuki's glove, and Mauer's safe.
He hangs on to it. He's out.
Mauer slowed down a little bit, and then he turned around to look where the ball was, and it almost cost him.
Well, a very strong throw on the relay, but Kubo another fastball, and this one into the gap. And Joe Mauer, of course, surgery in the offseason on his knee. And once the ball came back in, Cliff Pennington with a very strong throw. Kurt Suzuki probably had a little more time as he reached up and then tried to bring the ball down quickly. But I think if he just catches it first, he's going to be able to tag out Mauer.
So Kubo with a 2-run double, and here's Delman Young. Pennington has it. Inside retired. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Twins. A's come to bat in the bottom of the first. Jackson, DeJesus, Sizemore, Suzuki, and Pennington. So lots of hot hitters in that lineup as they will face the lefty Francisco Liriano. Weeks hitting .303, no home runs and 18 RBIs. Fastball for a strike from Liriano. Weeks was 3 for 17 in that series against the Rays, which was a 4-game set. This one toward right center field. Ben Revere's over there, and that's out number 1.
Francisco Liriano, 6 wins. 1 came on the no-hitter on May the 3rd against the White Sox in Chicago, but coming off a very poor start against the Tigers. Shortest outing since last season, went just 2 1/3 innings. 6 hits, 4 runs. in that game against the Tigers. So he lost that game. 6-8 on the season. Fastball, slider, and changeup.
Got a no-hitter this year. Francisco Liriano, one of 3 no-hitters.
Changeup, of course, when Johan Santana was there before he signed the big contract with the Mets. He was a dynamic duo, Liriano and Santana.
Well, the third baseman with the dive, Hughes, couldn't get it. Tolbert does track it down, but no chance for Coco Cribs. It'll be a hit for Coco. Here's the defense. Young, Revere, Kadire in the outfield. Hughes, Tolbert, Plouffe, and Maurer on the infield. And Terra is the catcher. So it is strange seeing Joe Mauer at first base. Looks like a first baseman, though. Tall, 6'5".
Power numbers were there for Joe Mauer as a first baseman. Corner infielders, corner outfielders, you want your power. Those big numbers came when played in the Metrodome. A little bit bigger yard at Target Field, their new home park.
Nine homers, 51 RBIs for Matsui. One of the hot hitters for the A's. He was 6 for 16 in that series against the Rays with homer, a couple of doubles, and 6 RBIs. So he has been an RBI machine. He's got 17 RBIs in his last 12 games. And that is the 12 games since the All-Star break. And nobody in the majors has more RBIs than him in the second half. How about that? Hideki Matsui.
And the A's honored Matsui prior to the night's ball game on his 500 home runs combined U.S. and Japanese baseball. Nice video tribute showing him playing in Japan as well as here in the U.S. 3 teams, the Yankees, the Angels, and now the Athletics.
Nice ceremony. Coco trying to get a read on Liriano. Popped up, and it'll be playable in foul territory. Third baseman Hughes has it. So that's out number 2. Here is that pregame ceremony honoring Hideki Matsui.
Left fielder,
Bob Melvin, A's president Mike Crowley.
Willingham.
Hideki Matsui, true gentleman in the game. And here's Willingham.
There's a whole bunch of people tonight to see this game and fireworks. The $5 ticket. 500 of those $5 tickets on sale. And so a lot of people happy tonight. At least 500.
How could you not be?
Those 500 paying just $5, but good crowd on hand to watch this game, and then the fireworks. 3rd of 5 fireworks shows that the A's will put on this year.
Authentic Fan Friday as well. Right above us. Comcast Sportsnet Value Deck. There they are. Place to be tonight, it looks like. Right.
Packed house.
Yep.
A nice view for the fireworks right there. Of course, they could also go down on the field. And Clay Wood will not mind tonight having the fans go on the outfield grass. They'll section off the infield because a week from Thursday they're going to have about 300-pound guys on that outfield grass. And Clay could care less what the fans do to the field tonight.
That's right. That one's hit to left and hit well. And that baby is gone.
Folks, that was a 3-0 fastball. And it was crushed. This is what you're supposed to do when you get a 3-0 fastball down the middle. And you're as strong as Josh Willingham. Boy, the sound of the bat. He knew it was gone, and it was deep, folks. Deep to left field. Just follow it. See how far this ball goes. It was crushed. Bob Melvin has said he has given the green light to his players to hit 3-0. Something really had not happened before. And Josh Willingham took advantage of it. And, well, if you're a hitter and the skipper says you can swing 3-0, you're disciplined. You want to see that. But, man, that's the pitch to hit.
Delmon Young on the run into a slide. He makes the catch. Very nice play by Delmon Young to end the bottom of the first. Josh Willingham with home run number 14. So after one from the Coliseum, we're tied at 2. So the first pitch to Luke Hughes, the third baseman, is the ball. Hughes, Tolbert, and Butera, the bottom 3 for the Twins.
Well, the unusual part about the first inning for Gio Gonzalez, he's at home, and usually when he's at home pitching, winning 7 of his 9 games, he has runners in score position. He doesn't give a hit, but tonight he did against the lefty. Fell behind with a couple of curveballs, but Kubel came through with a big hit. The other numbers, very impressive numbers at home.
And a 4-pitch walk to Luke Hughes. Well, A's Baseball at Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Play the zone only at Cache Creek and win a chance to play the Red Hot Zone. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. Nice crowd tonight. And they've seen some action in the early going. Each team with a pair of runs. Tolbert takes outside. Matt Tolbert, the shortstop. He's a switch hitter. Ray mentioned the injury situation for the Twins. Of course, Justin Warno back on the disabled list. He's having some wrist issues now, so they're not sure when he's going to be back. Alexi Casilla, their middle infielder, just went on the disabled list. And Denard Span, their center fielder, is on the disabled list. So those are 3 pretty important players for the Twins. All of them on the disabled list. 3-0. No, that was called a strike.
Evidently, Justin Morneau is chomping at the bit to get back. His manager said that it's going through. Of course, he had the concussion last year that forced him to miss the second half of the season and some this season. And the interesting call is going to be when he does come back, Justin Morneau. You got Joe Mauer, who's playing some first. Mauer is a catcher. Morneau, first baseman. Kubel doing a good job DHing. But you figure Morneau comes back healthy. Both Mauer and Morneau have to be in the line at the same time.
Nice ball ranging to his left, and that is not a double play. Very close at first. Tolbert just beat the throw. So one out here in the second inning. Here's our Farmers Insurance report card. We're talking about the curveball from Gio Gonzalez. He throws it 29% of the time, which is a lot. And with 2 strikes, he throws it almost half the time. And it is his strikeout pitch. Good curveball and a very good fastball from Gio. Occasional changeup.
Whip.
Walks and hits in innings pitched. Whip. They didn't have a whip when you played.
Jamal Weeks catches the ball from Sizemore. Hughes coming in hard, and another hard slide, but that one might have been, and of course Mike Geiger would know better than anyone, but maybe the ball to come across the bag with the momentum instead of catching the ball back a step and then trying to throw with the speed, especially to Tolbert. It's all the technique of how you catch the ball, try to turn a double play. Don't want to be the same all the time because then the runners know where to go and try to take you out.
Swing and a miss by Trutera, and that looked like the changeup from Gio.
He's throwing it more and more, and Ron Romantic, of course, charts every pitch that he throws, and Ron is always excited when Gio throws good changeups. And anytime he can throw a good one to get the hitters off his fastball, it makes it a lot better.
Runner goes, pitch is low, the throw is way off line, and it's a stolen base for Matt Tolbert. Actually, it was called a strike. So that's a strikeout and a stolen base. My apologies. So it was the strikeout looking.
Now batting, number 11, Ben Revere.
The ball just, I don't know if Suzuki threw out a couple of runners yesterday against the Rays, if had a very good grip on the ball.
So that's the second strikeout for Gio Gonzalez, and here's the leadoff man, Ben Revere. Infield hit for Revere to start the game. Big chopper to Weeks, who's got it. Side retired. So the leadoff walk does not hurt Gio Gonzalez. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-2 game. Comcast Sportsnet value debt. It'll be DeJesus, Sizemore, and Suzuki for the A's against Francisco Liriano. DeJesus hitting .229 with 5 homers, 30 runs batted in. He was 3 for 12 in that series against the Rays.
Everything looked great yesterday in the first inning. So good that you thought it was going to be enough. 5 runs in the first after the first 3 games, but things just didn't work out. They added on, but added on late. Connor Jackson, whose beard just continues to grow.
Three and one now to DeJesus. Josh Willingham, a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first for the A's 2 runs. Bouncer, right side. Plouffe has it, and that's out number 1. Time now for a forward right choice. I'm talking about yesterday. The A's hit for the natural cycle in the first inning. On the Matsui single. Willingham, the double. DeJesus, the triple. And then Connor Jackson finished off the cycle with a home run. Bang, 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 bang. The natural cycle. That was in the first inning. And as Ray said, that's when things were looking pretty good. Rich Harden pitched well.
Had a no-hitter for about 4 and 6 solid innings. Rope in, unfortunately. Let him down. It's rare for that to happen, but things do happen. Good to see Rich pitch well. Got to the 105 pitch mark, and some would say, well, why didn't he stay out there? He's left to the 5-2 lead.
Number 8.
Rich
Kurt
has not been pitching all season, and as a result, because he'd been on the disabled list, did not want to push him, and did a good job. Figure 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. It should be enough to win.
So Kurt Suzuki hits with 2 outs. Fastball on the outside corner. Changeup. Liriano's got a good changeup. It just dropped a little bit low.
Well, the interesting thing about the 2006 Division Series, A's had hoped to play the Tigers. Instead, they played the Twins. They did not want to face Liriano and Santana. They did, but swept them, and then were swept by the Tigers. Once you get to postseason, things can change, but the Twins definitely had a good pitching staff, as they usually do under Rick Anderson, the pitching coach. They don't walk a lot of guys, they throw strikes. And Liriano threw a very good strike, 3-0. Too good for Willingham. He hit it.
And that one on the outside corner, strike 3 called. That's the first strikeout for Liriano. So we're headed to the 3rd. It's a 2-2 game. Petaluma asks, who is your favorite to win the AL Central? Well, we talked about in our open, it's one of those divisions. Nobody's running away with it, obviously. So the joke is nobody wants to win it, but it is a 4-team race. I think if you're 6.5 out and it's still July, you're still in it.
But Tigers could be tough.
You like the Tigers? All right.
They've got a power pack lineup. Matter of fact, even Ron Gardenhire looked at their lineup and they just saw them, and they know that they do have a good lineup. And I don't know, the Tigers, the Twins, teams that have been there. Cleveland trying to hang on. The A's see the Tribe a little bit later, actually, not this road trip, but the end of August.
Yeah, I think if you hit me up against the wall, I'd say Detroit too. The White Sox kind of get in their way. Can't seem to put together a win streak.
White Sox definitely have the pitching.
Yeah.
And you figure they should have a good enough lineup to be scoring runs. Twins have mentioned the injury bug. The injured players, 3 key members of their starting lineup out on the disabled list. To get Joe Mauer back. Maybe they can get the 3 players back soon.
Nice play by Sizemore, but the throw is wide, and Plouffe's going to be aboard. I think he had time. Plouffe runs well, but it was a hard hit ball.
Now Sizemore looking down at his right hand. I don't know if he did not have a grip, but he had definitely had plenty of time, and a nice play, especially going to his left. There it was perfect. Came up.
Now batting, number 7.
He usually very active, has a strong arm, but this one really pulled Connor Jackson off the back to the point that he could not handle it and could not explain it.
So it goes as an error. And the leadoff man is aboard for the 3rd consecutive inning. Here's Mauer, who takes a strike.
See if Sizemore short arms that ball. It's a base hit, clean. There's no E5, but definitely was a good play. And it's not as if he had to hurry his throw. As you mentioned, he did have plenty of time. And he's been very consistent with his throwing.
So 1-1 to Joe Mauer, who singled and scored in the 1st inning. We were talking about that AL Central. The Twins won the division last year by 6 games, and they also won it in 2009. Problem is they can't beat the Yankees in the postseason. That's kind of their issue. They've won 6 division titles in the last 9 years.
In those 2 series against the Yankees, did it swept both times?
No, they had swept both times. So the Twins have done a good job in the regular season, but not had a great deal of success in the postseason. That one line foul. Wasn't foul by a lot.
Now with the runner on the move, Plouffe was running, but that's how close it was to being a run and a double for Joe Mauer. Pulled the ball his first at bat past the diving Connor Jackson at first, but his swing is perfect when the opposite field.
So 1-2 the count.
Says it all right there. Left field. 24 hits to the opposite field by Joe Mauer. So 35 of his 46 hits have gone to center or to left field. You mentioned at the Metrodome, some of those hits,
yes,
long fly balls were home runs, but target field much different. This guy sitting on the bench can hit him out at any point. That's Jim Thome.
Well, if you're Joe Mauer, there's not a whole lot you can do about it because you're going to be a Twin for 7 more years.
I was going to sit up a great section of that. There's A's fans up there, and they see a number 7 Mauer Twins jersey. Welcome, young man.
That's right. They'll be kind to him. inside, and it's 3-2. Cuddyer waiting in the on-deck circle. Seven pitches already. Runner goes, bounce back to Gio, who throws, and he throws it wild, and it goes into center field. Plouffe gets up, goes to third. So it's a fielder's choice, E1, and the A's defense falling apart here in the top of the third.
Well, a pitcher will know who's going to be covering, and it's going to be the ball back to him, shortstop, but it's almost like he threw it to Jamal Weeks. And if Jamal had been able to come up with the ball, then Plouffe would not have been able to advance to third. Curveball, Gio handled it.
Now batting,
Kind of sidearm throw, missed Cliff Pennington completely, and the ball passed Jamal Weeks. So 2 base runners, 2 errors. Can't do that with the Twins.
So here's Cuddyer, who struck out swinging in the first inning. He's got an RBI chance. Second on the team in RBIs is Cuddyer. Their RBI leader, Danny Valencia, is not in the lineup tonight. Valencia. The guy not in the lineup, Ray, Tsuyoshi Nishioka, who, remember, I think it may have been the game before the home opener, which the A's were in Minnesota for the Twins home opener. He got hurt. Second base, Nick Swisher slid into him. That was the big story outside of it being opening day. Twins lost their starting middle infield. But he is back. Three-one pitch to Cuddyer is hit up the middle. Weeks on the backhand, flips to Pennington, and that's a double play. Beautiful double play. The run comes in and scores. That's Plouffe. But boy, oh boy, that was sweet to watch. So the Twins get the lead. The A's get a couple of outs.
Well, you're going to be see some fantastic plays with this double play combination. And Weeks just a flip underneath after a nice diving stop, and robbing. Watch where he flips the ball with the glove. And Cliff Pennington, that's make it 4th time that he's used the glove with no hand to start at least either a force to start the double play. Jamal Weeks might not have had much of an opportunity as he was bracing himself with his right hand, so really all he could do was flip the ball with his glove, and he knows how to do it. That's the main thing. It's not like it's something new for him.
So no RBI for Cuddyer. Outside to Kubel. 1-2 the count. .56 pitches for Gonzalez in the ball game. And the breaking ball, Kubel can't hold up. So a run, unearned run for the Twins. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-2 Minnesota.
just like Kurt. And the A's with his gold alternate jersey presented by Pepsi Max. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to OaklandAthletics.com/tickets. Normally, we would be able to show the alternate gold jersey with Gio pitching at home, but we decided not to wait tonight.
12-game hitting streak for Cliff Pennington. 20 hits and 44 at-bats during the 12-game stretch. Shoots that one down the right field line, headed for the Twins bullpen. It goes over the bullpen. So 2-2 the count. Toward third, Hughes has it. Pennington is retired, and that's out number 1. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. May 3rd of this year. It's the no-hitter, Francisco Liriano against the White Sox. 123 pitches, and it was the 7th no-hitter in the Twin Senators franchise history. So Liriano, the no-hitter.
Well, it's not surprising. He has no-hitter stuff. Yeah. No doubt. With a good fastball, good hard slider, change up. 123 pitches, pretty good.
Bounce past Liriano. Tolbert throws and Weeks is out. So that's out number 2. Well, Liriano, as Ray was talking about that 2006 season when the A's beat the Twins, that's when he burst onto the scene. And he was just electric. I mean, his stuff was just sensational. He made the All-Star team that year. But then late in the year, his arm started to bother him a little bit. And he ended up having Tommy John surgery in November of 2006.
Actually, he walked off the mound in the game against the A's. Just walked off and then continued to pitch. Born in the Dominican Republic, still very young.
He's 27 years old.
Well, you got to show that again, because this might be one of the worst trades ever. There's no doubt. I mean, he was part. Joe Nathan, Boof Bonser. Remember, Boof was here, and Liriano for A.J. Pierzynski. One and gone. And here it is, folks. Check this out right there. Joe Nathan, Boof Bonser, A.J. and Liriano for A.J. Pierzynski. And I know in spring training, with the White Sox training now in Glendale, they still boo him there.
Yeah.
The Giants fans do, because it just did not work out. And of course, start thinking about a couple of the pitchers.
One to regret if you're the Giants.
Well, this pitch Coco thought was outside, and he might be right. Liriano slipped a little bit, and see what Tommy Cam says. Oh, just a little bit outside, but that's strike. And that over. High strike. Outside strike. Swing the bat.
That one is a strike. Speed it up, Larry. Let's go. Jeez. Liriano this season. Who are the last 2 pitchers to throw no-hitters for the Twins?
For the Twins.
Well, think about that one. Chew on that one for a while. Delman Young, Luke Hughes, and Matt Tolbert. Top of the 4th inning. That one bounced back to Gio, who reaches up and grabs it and throws to first. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Well, A's fans, at CSN Athletics is teaming up with at Athletics and at Gio Gonzalez 47 for Fist Pump Friday. Use the hashtag Fist Pump Friday each time Gio Gonzalez takes them out. Catch your best fist pump photos, and you may see your photos on A's post-game live immediately following the game. CSN California, your interactive home for A's baseball all season long.
Fist what?
Fist pump. Jersey Shore. You don't watch Jersey Shore?
No.
Come on, Ray. You got to watch Jersey Shore. The Situation. You don't know who I'm talking about? Snooki, The Situation. You don't know any of these people? You just asked. I'm just saying. Fist Pump is from Jersey Shore.
Okay, now I know.
All right.
Okay.
Paulie D.
All I know is an Irishman out of Cleveland.
Well, that's a long time ago. I'm just bringing you up.
Okay. No, sorry.
Jersey Shore, no? Okay. Weeks takes care of Luke Hughes. And that's out number 2. You're not missing a whole lot. Don't worry about it.
I didn't think so.
Now batting, number 20.
Gio needs a quick inning, and he's 2/3 of the way there. A lot of pitches in the first 3. 57 pitches for Gio. Now 2 outs here in the 4th, and he's thrown just 6 pitches.
He needs a couple of those innings.
Well, last inning, an unearned run. First 2 hitters reach base via an error. Tolbert at shortstop. Remember, a guy named J.J. Hardy.
Yeah.
For the Twins, and J.J. Hardy just signed a multi-year contract. He's got about 16, 17 home runs. A lot of those leadoff home runs, at least a few.
Line drive and a base hit. Matt Tolbert has his first hit. Hit number 4 for the Twins.
Now batting, number 41, Drew.
So Drew Butera will hit. Well, J.J. Hardy went from target field to Camden Yards, so that's if you're a hitter, that's a good thing.
And he's a solid shortstop, so good acquisition by the Orioles, and especially Buck Showalter put in the leadoff spot. He's been hitting home runs.
First pitch, a strike to Drew Butera down around the knees. Boy, the Rays are all over the Mariners up in Seattle. It's 6-0 in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, 7-run 7th yesterday, and just continue to build on it.
Well, Eric Bedard started that game, and he got knocked out, and that's a guy that people are looking at to maybe trade for. So you always wonder if people change the scouting report after they see a guy have a bad start. I mean, it's not out of the question.
That's why the scouts are there. They are all over teams that are looking to try to acquire someone, especially the trading deadline, which is what I understand 1 o'clock West Coast time.
I think so, yeah, on Sunday. Yeah.
I'm not even going to let you get through the full day Sunday.
There was a big trade today.
Wow.
And we'll give you that in a moment. A couple teams in the National League hooked up. It's been rumored, but I think it went through today. And Butera did not swing. Looked like he did, but let go. So here's the latest trade, and as I said, it's a big one. Hunter Pence, very fine player, goes from the Astros to the Phillies. Now we understand that.
Nice big smile.
He's happy. Yeah, that Jarrett Cozart is the top pitching prospect, and the Phillies have, and Jonathan Singleton is their top hitting prospect. So if you're going to trade Hunter Pence,
Well, you better get some players back because Hunter Pence is a very good player, and I believe he's under contractual control for 2 more years after this year. So that's a very good pickup for the Phillies. Popped up on the infield. Weeks grabs it, side, retired a hit, a runner left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Twins 3 and the A's 2. Congratulations to Bert, who last Sunday he was inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame. Well deserved. He's a good man, and we're very proud of him, and we're very happy for him. Had a wonderful career.
Yeah, he's very deserving, and I went over to congratulate him. Of course, we'd seen him earlier when we knew he had already been, I guess, inducted, but it was official this past Sunday. And his right ring finger, he showed me the Hall of Fame ring, and he said, it even has me down as a pitcher, so when I'm so old, they'll say, what did you play? And he can look down at his Hall of Fame ring and says, pitcher.
Pitcher.
It's very deserving. Just took way too long. Way too long. Bert be home by 11. Good man.
Yep.
And one of the best curveballs I've ever seen.
Line drive, and that's fair. Headed for the corner. So Matsui heads for second, and he's going to have a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 4th. A good start for the A's here in the 4th. There's some of the career numbers for Bert Blyleven. He played with 5 teams. Look at the strikeout.
About this. 60 shutouts.
How about a left fielder?
287 wins with a 331 earned run average. 242 complete games. And because he was 13 wins shy of 300, that's why it took him that long. And there is the signature curveball grip right there. Boy, he could snap it. Saw that in 1969 in Sarasota, Florida, and I said, oh my gosh, I have to face that and try to hit that pitch. And that was in instructional league, and I said, I don't have a chance. But Cooperstown, along with Roberto Alomar and Pat Gillick last Sunday in Cooperstown. Now he can just be one of those honorees that sits behind the podium and watches as everybody else is introduced and gives their speech, their induction speech. Folks, that's a forever, and there is less than 1% of players that ever played the game that are in the Hall of Fame.
Well, you look at those numbers. Broken bat grounder towards second. Plouffe has it. It'll get the runner over. But you look at those numbers, Ray, and it's hard to believe that there was people who actually think he was not a Hall of Famer.
I know. It's really sad to think about that. And Darren Johnson, DJ 73. Bert Blyleven, boy, he can throw the curveball. I mean, just look at the snap of the curveball. Oh, unbelievable.
He's fun. He'll make you laugh about 4 seconds into talking to him.
And if you could ever be at Target Field when they have their team photo day, it's
interesting.
It's a photo shoot you would never forget. Because Bert will find some way to make those players laugh.
Got a couple ideas.
Yeah.
So 1-0 to Connor Jackson, an RBI chance. Twins have the infield not all the way in, but most of the way in.
And that's about halfway just because of the speed or that of Hideki Matsui, and nothing against Matsui because we have seen him run well. And of course, starting from a dead stop at third base, I'd say a pretty good chance on a ground ball contact he will be running.
Breaking ball on 2-0, and it misses, so 3-0. Not close, and it's a walk. So first and third, and DeJesus will come up.
Well, we saw the number 28 on the back of Bert Blyleven. That forever will be retired. It was retired, will not be worn again. Bert's number 28, July 16, was retired.
The Dutchman.
Yeah. And there it is. There's Jackie Robinson's one next to him.
Hey, they love him.
Oh, don't they?
In Minneapolis.
I think that was George Mineral catching the first pitch. Yeah, the number 15 looked like George. But you know what's really nice about that is how the current players commented that why is it taking so long for him to get in the Hall of Fame? Why is it taking so long for his number to be retired? And that's the current players. But you know, I agree with you that there are a lot of people that try to nitpick numbers. All you have to do is look at the complete games, the strikeouts, 287 wins, and also figure the number of teams he played on where he lost a lot of one-run games, low-scoring games. But to pitch as long as he did and as effectively as he did, it would have been just horrible to think of him not being a Hall of Fame.
2-0 to DeJesus.
It's like Liriano pitched around Connor Jackson in a sense, maybe try to set up a possible double play, knowing that Jesus was coming up. He has been very tough on lefties throughout his career. Not a lot of home runs. David has hit lefties well.
Grounds that one towards second. And that is going to be a double play. Liriano gets out of the jam. A's at first and third, one out, and cannot score. Chevy's Ride and Drive event. There's also a special appearance from Jose Hernandez, the first Mexican-American astronaut in space, at mariachi music, games, and an appearance by an ace player. In addition, 10,000 fans will receive a Gio Gonzalez Atleticos hat presented by Chevy. For more information and to purchase tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/fiesta. Top of the order for the Twins. Minnesota leading 3-2, top of the 5th inning. And the bunt attempt goes over the head of Gonzalez. The throw to first, not in time by Weeks. Ben Revere with the drag bunt, and it ended up being a line drive over the head of Gio Gonzalez.
And once he got over Gio's head, there's no chance for Jamal Weeks to throw him out. Weeks knows the speed of Revere. I think everybody does now. He slapped it, and Gio didn't even attempt. He knew it was over his head, and poor Revere could fly.
Well, it's funny, Ray. Revere is playing because Denard Span is on the disabled list, and he reminds you of Denard Span, son.
If his first name was Paul, he wouldn't need a horse.
He could go. Well, the Twins have Revere, some of the other guys they used to get on base. There goes. The pitch is line foul by Trevor Plouffe.
Well, Plouffe can run.
Yeah.
Seen him run well. Young, as big as he is, he can run. Hughes, Tolbert. And Ron Gardenhire knows that he's got Jim Thome approaching 600 home runs. He's a big home run threat. So is Justin Morneau, but he's on the DL. And Michael Goddard has 15. Otherwise, there's nobody in double figures for the Twins. So they rely on speed, first to third, manufacturing runs, and the infield hits. If you have speed, it forces the infielders to make quick plays, hurried plays.
The Twins as a team are 11th in the American League in runs scored. They're 12th in home runs, 10th in stolen bases, and they draw the fewest walks. So they have struggled offensively this year. Runner goes. Throw is late, and Revere has a stolen base.
Kurt is just overthrowing and just plenty of time. Actually surprising. Revere got a slow start, and Kurt had a very good chance to throw him out and just overthrew and threw to the shortstop side of second, and the throw anywhere close to the bag, and it was going to be out. That's a big stolen base, and should have been an out.
2-1 pitch to Trevor Plouffe. Foul. The Twins pitching staff has not been good this year. They're 12th in the league in ERA. And Ray, the Twins run differential, how many runs they have scored opposed to how many runs they've given up, -86. And then you look around and you're thinking, well, it's too good of it. I know they've had injuries, but it's too good of a team to have a -86 run differential. But the pitching staff has really struggled this year. Up the middle, Weeks can't get it, and here comes Revere. He's going to score without a throw. Plouffe with an RBI single. So indeed, the stolen base plays a big role, and the Twins get their 4th run.
Well, he was just trying to hit the ball to the right side. He accomplished that, and Jamal Weeks thought he would hit a little bit farther towards the right side. Could not get to the ball.
So Plouffe's been right in the middle of all the scoring for the Twins tonight. And now here's the middle of the order, starting with Joe Mauer. Curveball. Good pitch, strike. The Rays now leading the Mariners 8-0. Top of the 3rd. So the Rays, after scoring 10 here in Oakland yesterday, scoring a bunch against a good pitching staff up in Seattle. Base hit left field. Well, you want to see a sweet stroke, folks. A breaking ball from a left-handed pitcher, and I don't think you can do it any better.
No.
It's just about perfect.
Now that's his style of hitting. That's why he's won a couple of batting championships. Curveball, watch, just plant the foot, stays back.
Hey.
He's got a very quick, short stroke. That's why he'll take some pretty good pitches that you wonder why, how he takes them. Well, he's able to stay back and do that.
It's funny, you hear one of the hitting phrases that you hear a lot. It's called stay behind the ball. And if you don't really understand what it means, it's a little hard to explain, and it's probably a little hard to understand. But when you watch that highlight, you see exactly what we're talking about.
Stay behind.
When he makes contact, he's behind the ball.
Inside the ball instead of rolling over, and you take too much of a stride, you roll over and hit a ground ball, and instead he does it perfectly. Michael Young also great opposite field. He stays inside the ball.
So you're saying if you do the opposite of staying inside the ball. Now watch, just think about the phrase staying inside the ball, and then watch that.
He leads with the front hand, the front arm, instead of rolling over with the left arm. And if he got out in front, usually when guys take the stride and they open up and they're fooled, all they can do is just swing the bat, and usually it means their top hand rolls over and they get a ground ball. Joe, in that case, stayed back and inside the ball, and the line drive to left field.
So basically, at some point in the swing, your top hand is going to come over.
Yeah.
At some point. But you just don't want it to happen too early.
You want it to already make contact,
exactly.
and then the finish.
Cuddyer cues one off the end of his bat. So 1-2 the count. So Gio Gonzalez has really been in trouble in just about every inning. In the fourth inning, he gave up a 2-out hit, but that was it. Spent a lot of time in the stretch tonight. And that time he goes with the fastball, and Cuddyer swings and misses. Strikeout number 4 for Gonzalez.
The pitch count getting up, no wasting here, although Kurt Suzuki had set up inside. The pitch is up and away. And Michael Cuddyer struck out on the curveball first at bat, double play, second at bat, curveball or a fastball, and the third at bat for a strikeout.
Kubel takes a breaking ball outside. Big hit in this game for Kubel in the first inning, the 2-run double. It came with 2 outs. Breaking ball again, and swings and misses. 1-2.
Well, they got him to strike out. Curveball his last at bat, but his first at bat he took 2 curveballs, did Kubel, and then got a 2-1 fastball that he hammered to left center for the 2-run double.
Like I said, the count's 1-2. It's 1-1. Checks his swing. Kloof and Mauer the runners. That time Kubel took the breaking ball like maybe he knew it was coming, and it's 3-1.
He's going to be sitting all over a fastball here. It's just a matter of location, and he's not opposed to going the opposite field.
Fastball right on the outside corner, 3-2.
Coco's yelling from center field, and yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I might bet.
Runner's not going anywhere. It's rolled foul.
Pretty good curveball in 3-2 because it had to be thrown for a strike. It was not thrown as hard. And Kubel, as a result, slowness of the curveball, able to foul it.
Check swing. It's rolled, and it's going to be a foul ball. Suzuki waited for it to roll foul.
He would have gotten an out. Kubel didn't know where the ball was. And that's one, maybe want to try to get the out. It would have been an out at first base. And Kurt actually waited, and it definitely crossed the line. But Kubel was only about 10 feet out of the batter's box.
So another 3-2, and it's lofted to shallow center. Pennington out, Chris coming in, and Coco with a basket catch, and that's going to be a double play. Pluth wandered too far. A's get the double play. 1-run scores for the Twins. They take the 4-2 lead. No-hitter this season. Who are the last two pitchers to throw no-hitters for the Twins? Eric Milton in 1999 and Scott Erickson back in 1994. Liriano with a 4-2 lead, bottom of the 5th inning.
Both of those no-hitters pitched at the Metrodome, which in itself says something. Scott Erickson, a ground ball pitcher. A lot of ground balls on the turf. Figured one's going to find its way in the outfield. And Eric Milton's was one that nobody even knew was being played. It was 11 a.m. It was one of those football turnaround games where you have to play early.
The unknown no-hitter.
Yeah, I want to say it was against the Angels at 11 a.m. and then they would play football that evening. You used to do that at the old Met. That was outdoors, but they played football there. And I played in one of those games at 11 o'clock.
Really?
Yes.
Was the field already chalked for football?
It was
probably was.
Yeah, they were saying, hurry up and get off the field so we could play this football game. But the Gophers at the Metrodome.
3-2 pitch to Sizemore, swing and a miss. That's that hard slider from Liriano, and if it's working, it is a very, very tough pitch to hit or lay off of.
You don't expect it. You get it. But Pennington got one yesterday
Now batting
from Farnsworth of the Tampa Bay Rays. And that pitch just disappeared.
Now that's the way his slider was in 2006. Yeah. One out for Kurt Suzuki, who takes first pitch strike. .29% sliders. So that's It's a fairly high amount. Slowly hit. Hughes cuts in front of Tolbert, throws out Suzuki.
All right, music, please. The 15th annual Oakland A's Beer Fest is tomorrow from 4:05 to 6:05 in the Eastside Club. Enjoy over 30 different microbreweries, live music, and other festivities. A souvenir beer mug and 3 microbrew tastings will be available for $12. Additional tastings are also available. Must be 21 or older. Admission is free with a game ticket to the game against the Twins. For more information, go to oaklandathletics.com. That's the game tomorrow night, 6:05 first pitch. After a few years.
Not by us necessarily.
Tastings, the tastings.
In the hole, Tolbert throws. His throw is wide. I don't know that he would have got Pennington even with a good throw, and it's an infield hit. And the hitting streak continues for Pennington. Give him 13 games now.
Now batting.
Yeah, maybe the A's can do something with the 2 outs. Looked like third baseman got to be able to cut in front. Hughes decided to back off and allow. He's not going to get it anyway. And backhand by Tolbert, there's no chance.
So 2-out hit, and here's the top of the order, Jemile Weeks. First pitch just a bit low.
So a lot of first pitch changeups. Yeah. Trying to get hitters to think fastball, same delivery, and roll over on one of those pitches.
Off the glove of Liriano, charged by the shortstop Tolbert, and his throw is late. Once Liriano actually got a little bit of a glove on it, that made it a more difficult play.
That would have been an easy play if he just let it go, because Poof was there. Actually, it would have been the shortstop, considering, and it was Poof going to the bag. Tolbert trying to make the play at first. No chance there. Good hustle by Pennington, taking away any possibility of a force play. But once a pitcher deflects the ball, someone with the speed that Weeks has, it's going to be a base hit.
So a 2-out rally for the Athletics, and here's Coco Crisp.
Now hit a ball in the gap in the outfield. 2 infield hits with 2 outs.
It's popped up foul territory. Mauer on the run, and Joe Mauer makes the catch. So nice play by Joe Mauer, and Coco frustrated, and the A's do not score. Gio Gonzalez back to work. He'll face Young, Hughes, and Tolbert. A lot of pitches tonight for Gio. That was number 93. Make that was number 94. Changeup is outside, so 2-0 count. Ground out to short, and a ground out to the pitcher for Delmon Young tonight. Swing and a miss. Delmon Young had a terrific season last year for the Twins. He hit .298 with 21 homers and 112 RBIs, and he had 46 doubles. There's a shot right center field, and that's a base hit to Jesus on one hop. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Roaring Camp Railroads. Proud to welcome Thomas the Tank Engine July 29th through July 31st and August 5th through the 7th. RoaringCamp.com. So Young with the leadoff single.
I think that Delmon Young, you figure he's going to hit more than 2 home runs, but he's just more of a contact hitter, like you said, and he waits a long time. He squeezed the whole field. Surprisingly fast, considering his size. Made a very good play defensively, so he's a complete package, just does not have a lot of power.
Go from 112 RBIs last year, 26 this year. I mean, that's a huge drop. Now, he has missed some time this year. This is his 72nd game, but boy, that's a huge drop. Strike 3 called by Larry Vanover. So 5th strikeout for Gio Gonzalez.
I don't think Mr. Hughes thought the 6-second delay by Larry Vanover was necessary. 1, 2, 3. It stands up, and there you go. And is the pitch maybe between the plate and that white line designated the left-handed batter's box? That's close enough. And he started at the beginning of the game, Paul.
So Matt Tolbert is the hitter. Runner goes, and the ball's bounced into left field for a base hit. Delmon Young will stop at second. So with the runner moving, Tolbert singles. He's 2 for 3. Has 9 hits now off Gio Gonzalez.
Now batting.
Now Cliff Pennington now is making the calls of who covers, and he went over to cover and could not get back quickly enough as the ball was pulled. Here's a middle infielder. There's Cliff making the call with Jamal Weeks. And the infielder would look at the sign and determine based on this sign how the hitter might be hitting the ball.
And Santos gets up. Here's Drew Butera in the dirt. So another scoring opportunity for the Twins. They've had 14 base runners so far in this game. Way outside, 2-0.
One thing we've become kind of spoiled that when Gio Gonzalez takes the mound at home, pretty good chance the A's going to win the game. At least going to make it to the point that kind of get up a lot of runs.
They threw that one, and now it's 3-0. Way outside, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Well, that's not a good sign when you walk the 9th place hitter on 4 pitches to load the bases.
Well, they definitely didn't finish that pitch, the 3-0, and kind of guiding the ball, trying to aim it. Got under it a little bit, and the ball really took off on it.
So Ron Romanek finishes his chat with Gio Gonzalez. Then the speedy Ben Revere is going to hit. Revere is 2 for 3.
Now batting, number 11, Ben Revere.
Couple of singles for Revere. He scored a run, stole a base. He takes first pitch fastball for a strike.
It's a tough guy, almost an impossible guy to double up, and that's why the A's are playing the infield halfway. And if the ball is hit to any one of the infielders, probably would go to the plate. I'm not even worried about a return throw by Kurt Suzuki. It would have to be hit very hard to Cliff Pennington for the possible double play at second.
Young is at third, Tolbert at second, Butera at first. Outfield is got Willingham pretty shallow in left. Jesus normal distance in right field. One pitch, slider way outside, and it's 2-1. Fuentes now joins De Los Santos in the A's pen. 2-2 to Ben Revere. Trevor Plouffe in the on-deck circle.
Strikeout to make this at bat very nice for Gio Gonzalez and the A's. So we wouldn't have to worry about his speed and a double play. Strikeout, get the second out. Take a chance with Plouffe, whether it's Gio or Los Santos, and I think Bob Melvin give Gio a chance to finish the inning. This is a big batter for him.
Way in the dirt. Suzuki with a nice block. So now it's a full count. Pitch number 112 for Gio Gonzalez. And it's high, walked in. So that'll bring home Delmon Young, and it's 5-2, and that's going to end the night for Gio Gonzalez. Bob Melvin out of the dugout. So Gio just not sharp tonight. Walks a run in here in the 6th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Twins with a 5-2 lead. They're looking for more. They got the bases loaded and 1 out. So Faustino De Los Santos comes in for Gio Gonzalez. 5 runs, 4 earned for Gonzalez. All the runners are his responsibility. First pitch to Trevor Plouffe is outside. De Los Santos has been impressive in his 10 appearances. He's got strikeout stuff, and he needs a strikeout here.
De Los Santos and Gio Gonzalez spent a lot of time together, and a better way to take care of your friend. Leave 3 runners on base. Get out of the inning. Plouffe also runs well, like Revere.
Fastball is high. 2 singles and 2 walks in this inning has produced a run for the Twins. Way outside, 3-1.
Overthrowing. Overthrowing.
Joe Mauer is in the on-deck circle. And that one's hit towards short. Pennington comes home and they get the out at home. Wow, what a play by Cliff Pennington.
Hit too slowly to turn a double play, and Cliff playing deep, looking for 2, but a very good play, and a play where he makes the throw on the run. Kurt Suzuki, left foot on the plate stretch, get out of the way of the hard slide, and that's how close it was with the runner coming in. Tolbert with excellent speed. Cliff Pennington early in the year didn't make the play, threw it more sidearm, but this time over the top, 4-seam straight, and got the out.
First pitch to Joe Mauer is a strike.
Cliff really doing a good job and right over the top, and that's with Tolbert sliding hard. Kurt Suzuki got his foot out of the way. No chance for a 6-2-3 double play. Just happy to get the lead runner.
Mauer takes low, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, early in the season, Cliff Pennington, of course, coming off left shoulder surgery, and he was not getting his left shoulder in on the throw, and as a result dropping down and getting a lot of movement on his throws. But Mike Gagel worked with him, and you see the result now. This has been like that for the last several months.
2-1 to Mauer. Mauer's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He has scored a run.
Mauer make you throw strikes, and if you do, pretty good chance he's going to hit it somewhere.
Two-one pitch is hit down the left field line, but foul. So the count even at 2-2. Just missed outside, so a full count.
If he hits in this inning, he brings out at least another run. I want to see that.
Butera, Revere, Plouffe. Ready to take off. They do, and the pitch is foul back. High fastball, 96 miles an hour. Good hitters spoil those pitches.
Well, you just really have to just challenger. Throw him a breaking ball. That's not a strike. He's not going to take it. It's just a very good hitter. That's why he's won batting championships.
Atwood. Another fastball. This one a little more hittable for Mauer, and he fouls that one back.
Right down the middle. Butera taking the dugout, A's dugout route. Of course, running on 3-2. He wants to get in motion, but not come straight down the line, because he could be standing on home plate by the time Mauer swung the bat.
3-2 again, and again it's fouled. And again a fastball at 96. Mauer lifts this one to left. Willingham is going to get there, and he's got it side retired. So the Twins get one as we go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Minnesota. Coors Light Freeze Can is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. They're enjoying the game, and you know what? They're probably getting ready for the fireworks a little bit.
Cheering, eating food. Great. For number one. Come back and win.
Matsui, Willingham, and Jackson against Liriano, who has thrown just 68 pitches.
Well, how many times we see where a pitcher is coming off a poor outing and has a good one? So in Texas with Holland. Liriano tonight coming off a very poor start against the Tigers. I guess you could look at guys and they say, if I'm going to stay in a rotation, I better pitch better. And say that Liriano is going to lead the rotation anytime soon, but takes enough pride in himself to pitch well. And
Matsui's got another hit. He's 2 for 3.
Unfortunately, his last at bat, a leadoff double, didn't score. But a very good swing again as he stays back, just like Joe Mauer stayed inside. Nice opposite field stroke. Smart hitter. There's a top end rolled over after contact was made, and the ball already settling in the left center.
.451 since the All-Star break is the batting average for Matsui.
Well, that's definition of the second half player.
1-0 to Willingham. 2-run homer in the first inning for Josh. This one's popped up and it'll reach the seats.
Well, this is how you hit a 3-0 fastball. He's trailing by 2, but Josh Willingham very quickly made it a tie game with a 2-run home run on a 3-0 fastball. His 14th driven in, 53. He takes the RBI lead for the A's.
Stays up and away. Timeout, the catcher.
A smart play. You ask the umpire for time so your pitcher doesn't take a chance of balking.
3-1. So Liriano trying to work himself into a jam here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, the A's would like to come back and make the top half of the inning when De Los Santos got out of a tough jam. Twins could have broken it open, especially with a couple of guys he had at the plate.
Beautiful look from right field here at the O.co Coliseum. 3-1 pitch way outside, and it's a walk. 2 on, nobody out.
Pitches were not even close.
Nope. Second walk issued by Liriano. He struck out 3.
The graphic we showed earlier is showing the number of walks by the Twins pitchers. That is uncharacteristic of a Twins pitcher, starter or reliever. They are usually kind of almost demanded to throw strikes if you put on a Twins uniform.
So here's Connor Jackson. First pitch changeup on the outside corner for a strike. Jackson was robbed of a hit in the very first inning. Delman Young went into a slide on the backhand to make the catch. All over the place here in the 6th inning.
That last pitch looked like, looking at his second base, the runner at second a little bit too long. Anderson, the pitching coach, is going to visit with him. But first pitch changeup, then went fastball out of the strike zone.
Well, they're not going to mess around. Alex Burnett gets up. So Jackson sitting pretty ahead in the count, 2-1 with 2 on and nobody out. Matsui singled, Willingham walked.
Well, Liriano's best pitch right now is his changeup, and that's a good time to throw a changeup, especially in a fastball count, which is what the 2-1 pitch is. Welcome, Raymond. Where you been?
way outside, 3-1. Bounce to third. And the tag. They called the runner safe, Matsui, so Hughes went for the tag and missed him. They did get the out at second base. So first and third, 1 out.
Well, charging was Hughes, and with Matsui there, tried to get him and didn't even really make much of an attempt, and tempted him once he saw that. And that's a play. If you get a chance for a double play, and Connor Jackson not really blessed with a lot of speed, don't even mess around with the runner at third. And ideally, sure, if he tags him, then he can throw the ball to first, but in that case, that was not a big runner.
So DeJesus steps up. First pitch way outside to DeJesus.
Connor Jackson had a 4-pitch walk his previous at bat with the runner at third in a 1-run game, but at that point David DeJesus came up, infield moved back, then he got a 2-0 fastball, 4-6-3 double play.
Goes to the inside corner with a fastball. Good pitch there. It's called a strike. Matsui at third, Jackson at first. The A's are making Liriano work this inning. Need to get a couple of runs across. So 2-1 to DeJesus, 0 for 2. Bounces this one towards second. Plouffe to Tolbert, and that's a double play. A's do not score. We go to the 7th. 5-2 Twins. Presented by Kinder's, and it'll take place after the Giants Diamondbacks game on August 3rd. It starts at 3:30. Drop by our downtown San Francisco studios at 3rd and Harrison for a look at post-game live and Chronicle Live. Also, A's, Warriors, and Sharks personalities will be on location. For more info, visit csnbayarea.com. So that's August 3rd, which is next Wednesday. Seventh inning here at the O.co Coliseum. Festive crowd. Though the A's are trailing in the game, everybody's having a good time. Fireworks after the game. but some work to do for the Athletics. Kadyr's going to lead it off. De Los Santos did a nice job in that 6th inning. Got 2 outs when he came in, and the bases were loaded. Just 1 out, and Twins scored just 1, so he worked his way out of the jam.
That's when you try to build some momentum, and the A's did, having runners on base, but just could not do anything. Laureano again getting out of a tough jam.
Cuddyer will be followed by Kubel and then Delmon Young. Fastball is in first strike. 2-2 the count. Joe Nathan back as the closer of the Twins. Cuddyer pops one to short right. Then Jesus has it for out number
1. And there goes Joe Nathan. It's the 7th inning. He would not be used until the 9th.
16, Jason.
He has come back a long way. And another part of that trade we mentioned earlier. That's all of last season. Did Joe Nathan. We saw him at the beginning of the season, got a save, but then going on the disabled list, rehab, and Gardenhire, as manager said, he's pretty much back to normal now.
Fastball, swing and a miss. Kubel 1 for 3 with a 2-run double in the 1st inning. As we mentioned, the Rangers lost tonight. Toronto beat Texas 3-2 in Toronto. Brett Cecil over Gondo. Aaron Seavey hit a 3-run homer for the Blue Jays, and that was all the runs they needed.
Somebody other than Bautista, huh?
Yeah. Good pitch there. Strike 3 call. First strikeout for De Los Santos.
Backdoor curveball and dropped it in perfectly. Kubel not able to pull the trigger. He seemed to be a little bit better against the lefty Joe Gonzalez than the right-hander, with the curveball coming into him instead of away.
First pitch to Delmon Young is low. Tigers blew out the Angels 12-2. Rick Porcello got his 11th win. Chatwood took the loss. So both the Rangers and the Angels lose, so the Texas lead remains 2 in the AL West. So the Twins know that the first place Tigers won. The Indians lost. They got blown out at home. The Royals beat the Tribe 12-0. Couple of home runs for Billy Butler.
Interested to see what the Indians do between now and Sunday. Sunday, 4 o'clock their time.
Well, the Indians got Fukudome from the Cubs yesterday. Left-handed hitter. Remember, they're playing without Shin-Soo Choo and Grady Sizemore, so that's a couple of big holes to fill.
Got a right fielder.
The White Sox won 3-1 at home over the Red Sox. Wakefield was going for his 200th career win. He ends up taking the loss. Gavin Floyd got the win. Dustin Pedroia did not get a hit, so his hitting streak ends at 25 games.
So Joe DiMaggio safe again.
Yeah, he's safe. Survived another one. Baltimore beat the Yankees 4-2. Guthrie over Burnett.
Well, only needed 31 more to tie. 25-56.
Just a bit outside, so Delman Young with the 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Luke Hughes. So both Boston and the Yankees lose, so Boston
Now batting,
holds on to their
38,
2.5 game lead in the East.
Hughes.
Detroit now leads the Indians by 2.5, and the White Sox by 3, and the Twins by 6.5 in the Central. First pitch to Hughes is a strike. In the National League, the Phillies won and the Braves won, so National League East, Phillies still have a 5-game lead, and the Phillies got Hunter Pence a couple hours ago.
They were looking for a right-handed bat.
Yeah, well, they got a good one.
One thing Charlie Manuel said, and the problem with the Phillies, they had tapped out money-wise. They were as high as they thought they could go. And players they gave up didn't take anybody off the major league roster, 4 minor league players, so no cutting salary there.
Well, if there's some teams that got sellout streaks going, and if you have a sellout streak going and it's anything over 50, 70, 80, you should not be tapped out for money.
If they're 171 million,
that's all right.
Yeah, so teams start looking at the luxury tax. The threshold's about 175, something like that. Anything over, you pay extra money. But yeah, if you're selling out, you got the sellout crowd coming in, and TV, radio revenue, and promotions, advertising, and postseason just makes you more money. It's amazing how some of these places have the printing presses.
Yep.
Yankee Stadium, Fenway Park, Wrigley, even though they lose a lot, they still draw a lot of people. I was amazed at Yankee Stadium last weekend to see the number of jerseys worn by fans.
Yeah. They're not cheap either. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, or throw to first, excuse me. Hughes strikes out. Couple of strikeouts for De Los Santos. 7th inning stretch coming up. Liriano's first pitch to Sizemore is low. Liriano a little bit all over the place in the 6th inning, but he got the big double play when he needed it. He's thrown 87 pitches, 11 ground ball out, just 3 strikeouts. Sizemore is 0 for 2. Slider catches the outside corner. Rays still leading the Mariners 8-0. That game in the 6th inning. Michael Ward's going to get some action tonight. Kind of lofted to left field. Playable for Delmon Young. He's under it, and that's out number 1. So that'll bring up Kurt Suzuki. Let's finish our look around baseball. In the National League Central, Milwaukee won and the Pirates lost. So the Brewers now have a 1.5 game lead over the Cardinals, 2.5 over Pittsburgh. So that's a tight race.
Well, all the baseball hopes that the Pirates can hang on and do something down the stretch. If you had 18 losing seasons, you just hope for having a positive, a winning season, much less trying to do something to get the postseason. But a lot of excitement in Pittsburgh.
Well, with their loss, they're 54-50. The Reds are just hanging around. Reds beat the Giants in extra innings tonight. Cincinnati's still 6.5 back with 3 teams ahead of them. As you said, Ray, sometimes the number of teams in between you and the first place team is more important than the games back.
Yeah.
You just don't want to have 2, 3, 4 teams. Or probably not going to have 4, but you don't want to have 2 or 3 teams between you and the team you're chasing.
Yeah, your scoreboard watching becomes very difficult because you're.
Yeah, the chance of those 3 teams all losing on the same day is remote. Strike call to Suzuki, 2-2. It's sort of the price you pay for being in 3rd or 4th place. This one fouled just below us. Two and 2 to Suzuki, who has struck out and grounded out. He reaches for that one, stays alive. The Twins bullpen is quiet. There's that good hard breaking ball, and Liriano gets the strikeout. So that is number 4.
Well, it was outside, but it was off speed and kind of went down the middle, acting like a splitter, but it was a slider.
Pennington, swing and a miss.
Now he's starting to throw first pitch changeup, first pitch slider.
That one cued, and it's going to stay foul. 0-2 the count to Pennington. Liriano was wobbling in the 6th inning, couldn't find the strike zone, but here in the 7th, he's been pounding the strike zone.
The 4th and the 6th, the A's had opportunities. 1st and 3rd in the 6th, double play. 1st and 3rd in the 6th. 4th and the 6th got double plays. Liriano tonight is going to do some ground balls. He's done a good job. 3 fly ball outs in the 1st inning. After that, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, a lot of ground outs. It's cost the A's.
It's funny, Ray, you watch him pitch, and you sort of wonder how his ERA is 4.82. He got off to a real slow start this year. That one hit hard to left field. Young goes back, reaches up, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down inning, and we're moving to the 8th inning from the Coliseum. Twins leading 5-2. Francisco Liriano, pretty good tonight. Just over 100 pitches, and there is action in the bullpen. So pretty good chance his night is over. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Michael Wirtz comes in. And he'll face Tolbert, Butera, and Revere. Wirtz pitched in yesterday's game. Pitched 1 inning, gave up a hit. The first pitch to Matt Tolbert is a strike. Tolbert's been on base all 3 times. Also has a stolen base. That was in the 2nd inning. Sizemore over there. He's going to have enough room, and he makes the catch on the move. Never an easy play, and Sizemore made it for 1 out.
Joe Mauer found out for the Twins on the first base side. A lot of foul territory. You can take a route that you'd never dream of taking in any other park. But here at the Coliseum, to the foul, to the warning track, and then head towards the bullpen. That's how much the wind can take it. Scott did a good job locating his position. Fans reacted. Can't believe they made it play.
1 out for Butera. Slider down. Butera is 0 for 2 with a walk. There's a shot. Sizemore leaps for it, can't get it. So it's all the way to the wall. Butera is going to have a 1-out double. Very hard hit ball. Well, that's hit number 10 for the Twins.
Well, there's a slider planted the front foot and then unloaded. Michael Wirtz on a slider that looks like the splitter. He's got to get it almost down out of the strike zone to get swing and misses. But Butera got the pitch that was elevated, able to hit it hard.
So Revere, who's had a good night, steps in. That walk in the 6th inning was with the bases loaded, so he picked up an RBI. First pitch, a strike. So 2 hits and a walk for Revere. Inside. That's Glenn Perkins, the left-hander, who's been very good out of the Twins bullpen. Revere went after that slider, slapped the foul. The Twins really struggled early in this season. They were 9-17 in April and 8-19 in May. And a very good month of June, winning 17 games, and a pretty good month of July so far. They're 15-11 in July. So once May was over, they changed gears a little bit, but it's been a challenging season. Slow start, and then the injuries, and a pitching staff that has not really been as good as most people thought they would be.
See that 17-36 first 2 months.
That's a tough hole to dig out of, boy.
There have been clubs that would just say it's over, let's think about next year. Lay out the last 4 months of the season.
Revere, strike 3 call. Yeah, that's not going to happen with that guy as your manager, I don't believe.
Well, I think the players that play for the Twins realize that you play it out, and you never know, especially the division they're in. Slider that no swing by Revere. He thought maybe it was outside. But Larry Vanover tonight has had a strike zone that pitchers love.
So Plouffe will hit. It's been a good night for the on-base percentage of Trevor Plouffe. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. Reached on an error and scored in the third. And an RBI single in the fifth. And reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth. He's been on base all 4 times, scored twice, and knocked in 1. Pitches the slider in the dirt, blocked by Suzuki.
For the slider anywhere close. You figure Plouffe's going to swing and miss as he did on the second strike. It's been the key for Michael Wirtz when he is at his best. It's when it looks like it's a strike and then disappears. Be the slider that everybody thinks is a splitter. By now they know that it's just a good hard slider.
Another slider. Again, it's in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Faustino De Los Santos did a nice job in inning in 2/3. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts.
Joey Devine was sent back to Sacramento to work on his mechanics, and De Los Santos, because he had pitched so well, he's decided that spot would be his in the bullpen.
Base hit left field. Here comes Butera. Willingham's throw to the plate is just a little bit late. Butera slides in safely, and it's 6-2 Twins. So Plouffe is having a big night. His second run scoring hit.
Well, they did not offer it the slider in the dirt. This pitch, again, like Butera, elevated, and with the throw going to the plate, Bennington, nice diving effort, just could not catch the ball or knock it down. Keep the run from scoring. So Plouffe is going to be, I'll talk to him, say, see what happens when you take that extra base. Joe Mauer doesn't get the hit.
That's right.
I said at one time that Willie Mays used to just stop it first so that McCovey could hit. And then some guys that you get the extra base and guys hitting behind you, they're not going to pitch to him. Mauer's not going to be pitched to, regardless who's hitting behind him. It happens to be Kadires, who's not had a particularly great night. As good as Joe Mauer, any opportunity to give the intentional pass, you're going to get it.
So Kadire will hit.
Number 5, Michael Kadire.
So a run in here for the Twins in the top of the 8th. Kadire is 0 for 4. There's the slider. He waves at it, missing. Couple of strikeouts for Kadire. He's hit into a double play, and he's hit a fly ball to right field. So a good hitter, but the A's have kept him in check tonight. Plouffe at second, Mauer at first. The 1-1 pitch to Kadire. It's a fastball that misses a bit inside. That one misses.
Do you think Hunter Pence will show up tomorrow?
Well, the highlight I saw, it was very interesting. They actually took him out of the game tonight, right in the middle of the game.
And he had his chartered plane ready to go.
Well, he's, listen, I'm sure he knows what's going on, but middle of the game, they pulled him out, and he knew why, and they showed him in the dugout shaking hands with his teammates, and he had an interesting look on his face. Runner goes, that one's hit to left field. Willingham's going back, still going back, and it is gone. 3-run homer for Kadire, and the Twins have busted it open here in the 8th.
Well, that's Michael Kadire. You make a mistake, and he got a mistake probably also. If you're going to watch Joe Mauer in front of me, I'm going to have a little bit better at bat. He did not need much help. Which is actually out on the front foot a little bit. Got the slider, but it was up. All 3 hits against Michael Wirtz in this inning have been sliders that have been elevated, and all 3 have been hit hard. Double, single, and now capped a 3-run home run.
So the struggles for Michael Wirtz continue. He's given up 4 here in the 8th. So Kadire, it's home run number 16. Two 2-0 now to Jason Kubel. Moranek's going to have a quick meeting on the mound. So a foul out, a double, a strikeout, a single, a walk, and a 3-run homer.
And 10 runs given up yesterday and 9 tonight by a top pitching staff.
To Kubel. The A's, for well, quite frankly, most of the year had the best ERA in the American League. That's not the case anymore. They're now second. The Angels have taken over the top spot. Tonight's effort will not help that number either. So Kubel with the walk. So that is 6 walks now by the A's, and Fuentes will get loose.
Now batting, number 21, Delmon Young.
So Delmon Young will hit. And that pitch is outside. So Wirtz struggling big time here in the 8th.
An inning that looked very good at a time when the A's were just down by 3, but big old crooked number 4. And they're just taking him. It's the point now that Michael almost has to throw a fastball. Hopefully he can throw for a strike, because they are not swinging at his signature pitch.
And that one in the dirt. So it's 3-0. And that one's not close, and it's another walk. So that's the 3rd walk in the inning by Wirtz. He's given up 3 hits. Now they're keeping an eye on Fuentes to see how close he is.
That's the way. Throw a ball in the.
Oh, no question that was on purpose.
Throw it in left field. They give it a couple of shots.
Come on. Fuentes needs what?
He's
4 or 5 more?
Yeah. It's 8 on the mound, so he's probably just ready.
Casey Chavez just pulled his glove away and let it go. No, we don't know that.
No.
First pitch to Luke Hughes. And a hanger, and he fouled it back.
It was after 8 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone. Brandon Buckley was the best. Open catch for a long time. Need some extra time. You can get about 4 to 5 throws in with one ball going into left field.
Yeah, it's got to get out there though by the out-of-town scoreboard. Then you're set.
If the guy throws a 90-mile-an-hour heater, you just miss it. It goes. It'll roll forever. Forever.
And that one hit both the hitter and the catcher, and they're both hurt.
I think Suzuki's hurt more.
So Wirtz is going to come out of the game. So Wirtz comes out. Fuentes comes in. 4 runs in for the Twins. It's 9-2. They've scored 4 times. And they're not done yet. 2 outs, bases loaded. Brian Fuentes comes in, and he comes in to face Matt Tolbert, who led off the inning by hitting that pop-up that Scott Sizemore made the nice catch on.
Oh, 1 pitch?
Was it the first pitch?
1 pitch, 1 out. Hey, off to a good start, and 8 batters later.
First pitch is up and away to Tolbert. Kubel's at third, Young at second, Hughes at first. Tolbert's got a couple of hits tonight. Foul. 1-1 the count.
Now the old saying goes, somebody has to do it. Well, in the case of Brian Fuentes, how many times in his career do you think, as a closer, as reliever, as he's come in a 9-2 deficit?
Not very often.
Yeah.
Not a guy with, what's he got, over 200 saves? Close to it. What can you do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to do it. I mean, the A's, really, De Los Santos has been in the game. Wirtz, now Fuentes, and kind of got out of hand in this inning. With Rich Harton going 6th yesterday, the bullpen pitched quite a bit yesterday in the last 3 innings.
1-2 pitch is way inside. So 2-2 the count. Very close, but have been inside, says Larry Vanover. So now it's a full count. Runners will be taken off.
Now he gets a tight strike zone. Why now, Larry? been so pitcher friendly for 7 innings.
Runners go, and the ball's hit hard to Sizemore, who hangs with the tough hop and throws. Out Tolbert, side retired. 4 runs for the Twins. They lead 9-2. Your local Toyota dealers. First inning, Jason Kubel with a 2-run double. So the Twins had an early 2-0 lead. But the A's would answer back thanks to Josh Willingham, a 2-run homer, bottom of the first. So it was a 2-2 game after 1. And then the Twins just started to add on. Trevor Plouffe with an RBI single in the 5th. That made it 4-2. And then the big blow, Michael Cuddyer, a 3-run homer in the 8th inning. That was part of a 4-run 8th inning. And that's when the score went from 5-2 to 9-2. 9-12-0 for Minnesota. 2-6-2 for the Athletics. So bottom of the 8th inning. So we'll send the top of the order up. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Jose Majares, the left-hander. So Liriano goes 7 good innings.
Well, they got the outs when they need them, including double plays, 2 double plays, first and third, and that could have changed the whole game for the A's.
Weeks is retired on the fly ball to Ben Revere. Tristan Magnuson starts to throw for the A's.
Now batting, center fielder, number 4, Coco Crisp.
So Coco Crisp will hit.
I like the enthusiasm that young man. Rally cap on, down 7. He knows the A's have 2 more chances. Actually 5 outs.
It's all right.
Big 5 outs. It's a lot of time.
Number 1 game against the Twins.
And Gio started that game too.
Thank you very much.
Perkins started.
I'm just saying.
Well, that wasn't Perkins that started that game. No.
Blackburn.
Yeah. Blackburn, yeah.
Coco is 1 for 3, singled and scored in that first inning. He scored on the Willingham home run. When bounced in, it's just foul down the first baseline. Liriano just the 2 earned runs. So he's in line for his 7th win of the year. 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball that's way outside from Jose Mijares. A walk. So 1-out base runner for the A's. Well, we got in-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai. It's tonight at 10:30 on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. For A's and Twins highlights, Jim Harbaugh discusses his camp plans for the 49ers, and the Raiders back to work as well. First pitch to Matsui, who's had a good night. Single and a double. He's 2 for 3.
And Mijares is the pitcher who gave up the home run to Jack Cuss in that, I think, 7-run 7th inning after the Matt Holliday grand slam. Mijares is.
He remembers it.
Jack Cuss is in Seattle.
Not anymore.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
About that, huh?
Yeah. Right.
He was let go today by the Seattle Mariners, Jack Cuss. Shallow right field, and that'll drop. Kadire plays it on a hop. Coco trying for third. He'll make it with a slide. So, Matsui stays hot. He is 3 for 4.
Down 7 runs, Coco Chris with 1 out. As Matsui got the breaking pitch, lofted it into right field. Coco wanted to make sure the ball dropped in front of Kadire. And it was only about 10 feet off the bag. And then went to third.
So the A's making some noise here in the bottom of the 8th. Big hill to climb, but you got to start somewhere.
So you think the A's could get Jack Cuss in the lineup tonight for Mijares? Don't think so. Well, struggles for Jack.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all season, and that's been kind of the Mariners this year.
Well, I think, listen, Jack Cuss, we know what he brought to the table, and we know the drawbacks.
Yeah.
But if he's not hitting home runs, then he's not valuable. And you know what? He did not hit a lot last year.
No, he did. No, he became more of hitting for an average.
3 home runs this year. And listen, I mean, he's got to hit home runs.
Yeah. He had a lot of bases loaded walks.
Yeah.
But
we like him. He's a good guy.
He's a great guy. The capper might have been although it was a pretty good breaking pitch when they were playing the Red Sox during that losing streak. He had bases loaded, 1 out, took a strike 3, breaking pitch with a bat on his shoulders.
It's 8-0. The Rays leading the Mariners in the 8th inning. 2-1 to Willingham. That one driven left field and deep. Young's looking up, and that is gone. Willingham has 2 homers and 5 RBIs in the game. Landed right up on top of that little landing area above the out-of-town scoreboard.
Well, a great swing. It got the 2-1 fastball, and not nearly the fastball that Liriano throws. That was 3-0. This is 2-1. That is Josh Willingham's 3rd. See, he knew what he's talking about. 3rd 3-run home run this season by Josh Willingham. And they've only hit 6 all season. Matsui's was the last one that inning against Tampa Bay.
Well, there's action now in the Twins bullpen. Still only 1 out in the inning. This could be the second out. Hughes flips it across. Alex Burnett, who was up earlier in the game.
Fifth home run of the month for Willingham, and of course a 3-day All-Star break, and also remember the bad Achilles tendon that's kept him out of the lineup a little bit. And on a very, very good power hitter at the A's, 1/2.
DeJesus bluffs a bunt, takes the pitch low. So Willingham now 15 home runs and 56 runs batted in.
Matsui tied him with the most RBIs, and only Willingham has a ribbies tonight.
One and one the count to David DeJesus. 0 for 3. He's hit into a double play twice.
Yeah, his 3-run home run's big. That was Michael Kadire. So the A's yesterday battled back. They had the time run at the plate at the 9th inning. Runner at second base, first base open. Pennington got a 3-2 slider from Farnsworth. I'll do the same tonight.
22 pitches thrown in the inning by Maharis. Good breaking ball, strike 3 called. DeJesus could not pull the trigger. Willingham a 3-run homer. So the A's creep a little bit closer. We're headed to the 9th. It's now 9-5 Minnesota. It's the 9th inning. Make sure you join us tomorrow. The A's continue this 3-game set with the Twins. Guillermo Moscoso, Nick Blackburn, 5:30 A's pregame live, 6 o'clock the ball game. complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. The home of the A's is Comcast Sportsnet California. So that'll be tomorrow night, a little earlier start. And it will be game 2 of the 3-game series. So it is the top of the 9th inning. Drew Butera steps in. It's Tristan Magnuson when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Magnuson making his 5th appearance for the Athletics. He's quickly ahead of Butera, 0-2.
One thing that Tristan Magnuson worked on when he went back to AAA, 3rd time he's been up, worked on the split finger fastball. He wanted something, an off-speed pitch. Would have been one right there, so he's getting pretty comfortable throwing the pitch.
Drops low. Butera takes it. Twelve hits in the game for the Twins. And for the Athletics, they have 8. Twins have stranded 11 in 8 innings.
A's are trying to find a way to put pitching and hitting and defense all together in the same game or games.
De Jesus is there, and he's got it. Out number 1 here in the ninth. But I think if it's great when teams start scoring runs, but you have to put all 3 together at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're going to score 8 in the night. Pitcher's going to throw a shutout, but it has to all come together somewhat at some point if you're going to become a winning team.
I mean, you need to have those games in which the club doesn't score runs and the pitcher say, just give me 1 or 2, and that's all I need.
Yep.
And by and large, they did a lot, but no doubt those guys sitting together, all 4 of the other starters, like the run support.
So that's out number 2 as Magnuson throws out Ben Revere. A's Baseball at Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Baked Chicken Sandwich Combo is back. 2 chicken patties, bacon, melting cheese. It's served with a 20-ounce drink and small seasoned curly fries for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. First pitch strike to Trevor Plouffe.
94-mile-an-hour fastball for Magnuson, and then boy, he hits the splitter where he's feeling comfortable with it. Tall pitcher, release point, very good, and good location on a fastball there with another 94 fastball.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches. Plouffe strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Trailing 9-5 are the Athletics.
one shot. Liriano gave it up on the fastball. Josh Willingham did not miss it, and then the 2-1 fastball from Maharis with a couple of runners on. This just over the out-of-town score. But that young man said, I knew we were going to come back. Well, that's 3 of the bunch of runs the A's needed. That's 3 of the 7. Still trailed by 4, but hey, 3 outs to go. So we have to show that young man, see what his rally is all about now.
We need him now more than ever.
Right.
So Alex Burnett takes over. And the first pitch to Sizemore in for a strike. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change, Tune-Up, and Spawn experts. 43rd appearance for the right-hander Alex Burnett. Quickly pours in another fastball for a strike to Sizemore. Sizemore's 0 for 3. A ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. Liriano for 7. Maharis goes 1 inning, gives up 3 runs, and now Burnett. Breaking ball is outside. The A's need a big comeback. The Twins trying to just keep pace with first place Tigers, who won.
They got blown out in Texas and came back to 1. A tough one last night. But Twins are pretty resilient. They do not give up.
Up and in, and just like that, it's a 3-2 count.
2 strikes very quickly, and they're not even close to the next 3.
And that one's up and in. It's a leadoff walk. So it was 0-2, and Burnett ends up walking Sizemore. Walks in this game. That's the 4th walk by Twins pitchers. A's pitchers have walked 7. So Suzuki hits. Kurt looking for his first hit. Struck out a couple of times and has grounded out. Fastball first shot. Pennington in the on-deck circle. These need to string a whole bunch of hits together. Outfield straight away. And 0-2 to Suzuki.
Yesterday, Kurt Suzuki, I guess, to open Walter. It was a solo shot in the 7th inning. They would score a run in each of the last 3 innings, but not enough as they still lost by 2.
Fastball is high.
Anderson, Ron Gardenhire, pitching coach on the left. Already manager in his 10th season. So Tom Kelly forever, and now Ron Gardenhire the same.
And that is strike 3 called on the inside corner.
Wow. That might have been the worst without even looking at our Tommy Cam, which we will show you.
So pitching change. We'll take a look at that last pitch when we come back.
Well, this is the over-the-top shot, and Kurt backed off the plate. Larry Vanover, his strike zone has been high and wide and low. And I guess you could say, said early in the game, swing the bat. It's going to be calling.
So Perkins comes in. Very good numbers for the left-hander. Perkins, starting pitcher, and now pitching out of the bullpen this year, and he's been very, very good. So Pennington kept his hitting streak going tonight. He had a single in the 5th inning that made his hitting streak now a 13-gamer. And a miss on 2-1. So 2-2 the count. Pennington hanging in there like he always does. Final in Seattle, the Rays scored a bunch of runs early and then cruised to a victory 8-0 over the Seattle Mariners. Breaking ball down and in, 3-2. Fastball up around the letters. Pennington swings and misses. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. And that'll bring up top of the order Jemile Weeks.
Cliff just a little bit big swing for him, and the thing that helped him have a very good last 13 games, a short quick stroke. That was a little bit big because he knew he's got to get a 3-2 fastball.
First pitch to Weeks is in for a strike. Remember, tomorrow night, 5:30 A's pregame live, and then the ball game at 6. Escoso and Blackburn is your pitching matchup. So the A's now down to their final strike. 0-2 the count to Weeks, who's 1 for 4 in the game. Post-game live coming up right after the ball game. .96 miles an hour from Perkins. Certainly was up and out of the strike zone. Runner takes off, doesn't matter, swing and a miss. Weeks strikes out, so that's how the ball game ends. So the Minnesota Twins come in, and in game 1 of this 3-game series, they score a bunch of runs. Cuddyer with a big 3-run homer, and the A's score runs again tonight, but another tough night for their pitching staff. Gio Gonzalez gets knocked around, and the Twins win game 1 of the series 9-5. Don't go away. A's post-game live with Henry Wolford and Shooty Babbitt starts right now.